Hi, we have some slightly unusual material for you today. After all, it's not about any of the games we usually record about. However, we would like to point out at the onset of this video that this is more of a one-off, and there will be no more footage of this game, and we will mainly focus on continuing to provide news from the world of wargaming. Unless, of course, you guys decide otherwise. Before we start the actual material, we would also like to thank the publisher from whom we received a copy of the gameplay before the release. Please also let us know if you would like to see more of these types of videos unrelated to our normal content or potentially streams from various games in the future. Let us start by introducing the game being discussed today. It is Manor Lords, a city building game with elements of real-time strategy and survival. We move to the Middle Ages, where we become local landlords and are tasked with expanding and defending our properties. The game uses the Unreal Engine 4 engine, thanks to which the graphics are very detailed and realistic. We are dealing here with different types of day and year, which have an impact on gameplay. Weather conditions will also change over time. All this makes the graphics stand at an extremely high level for a production created by one developer. Optimisation is quite good for such a visual setting. The average player can reach up to approximately 600 inhabitants per region, and the game should run without too many problems. We managed to reach a maximum of 2,400 inhabitants per region. This is also the current record. We estimate the potential limit to be around 4,500 inhabitants. Unfortunately, the computer on which we tested the game at this number could no longer cope. We tested the game on screen components at 2K resolution and ultra settings. There are currently 3 game modes available. Peaceful building, where we fully focus on development of our village. We win by reaching the required level of development. Another game mode is domination, where the opponent is outside the map and takes over successive regions using his army. Our goal is to control the entire map and then defeat his army. The last mode is not 100% worked out yet, but it is intended to feature computer opponents expanding their own villages directly on the map. We start the game with 5 families. At the beginning, we have to build basic buildings for wood, fuel and food. Then we build wells, a market and the first plots of land where each family will live. Interestingly, the plots can have extensions. Their size is quite important for the production of vegetables and fruit. We can then focus on meeting the needs of our residents and producing various goods. It is also important to select the specialization of your village in the development tree. We recruit troops from our population if we have the right equipment. We also have our entourage if we build our palace, but we can also hire mercenaries. The combat itself looks very similar to that of the Total War series, which we have numerous options of formation or fighting in different positions. The battles are just as realistic as in Total War, but on a much smaller scale. The current content is sufficient for around 20 hours. After that, we are unlikely to discover anything new. However, it is important to bear in mind that this is only an early access game. In time, there will definitely be more content and full support for mods. The only bugs we encountered during the testing period were problems with some textures and graphics. On the technical side, everything looks remarkably good. The game will be released on the 26th of April in the previously mentioned Early Access form. It will be available via Steam, GOG, Epic, Microsoft Store and the Xbox Game Pass. A console version is planned for a future release. In our opinion, this game has very high potential. After spending more than 50 hours in it, our impressions are definitely positive. At the moment, the content is a bit lacking, the game becomes a bit repetitive after trying all possible gameplay modes, but this will clearly change with time. If you like this type of game, it is definitely worth giving this title a chance. In good conscience, we give the current version a rating of 8 out of 10, with the possibility of raising it in the future with the influx of additional content. And that is all for today. Let us know what you think of this game, as well as the kind of material on our channel. See you in the next video!